very scary, actually. There's a bright line that separates what we do from what you do, and that's okay. But our ultimate goals are the same goals, so let's not work at cross purposes. While the military helps build and keep the peace by supporting the African standby force and peacekeeping efforts, development must be an equal but separate partner. It's up to development experts supporting governments and citizens in the developing countries to fight poverty and disease, to build institutions for good governance, reward transparency, and promote prosperity. Aid can actually be a reforming tool, the new smart aid. And when I'm talking about the idea of America, that's what I'm talking about. And it's an idea that Europeans like me and Europe generally can get behind. When the most powerful nation on earth puts its creativity, its moral purpose, its strategic sensibilities to work, the world shifts, the world changes. It has before, it will again. And that's why I'm talking about the idea of America. But no idea that stays the same survives for very long. America is an idea that has to be reborn as it's being redescribed to the world. And isn't that what Lincoln said? You have to think anew. Well, I say to you that the interdependence of development and security really needs to be understood for the safety of your troops, the protection of your national purse, and the betterment of lives around the world. It is smarter and cheaper to make friends than to defend yourself against enemies later. So, you know, I'm not a professional here, but I refer to your national security strategy. As I understand it, it's based on the 3 Ds: defense, diplomacy, and development. The last 2 Ds get a fraction of the government budget compared to the first. And you knew why I came. It's a fraction. And development gets even less if Senator Conrad has his way. So let's be sure we give the last 2 Ds enough love. So you peaceniks in combat fatigues, you've got a job to do over the next weeks, and maybe you agree with the combat veterans you saw on the intro tape there who joined us on the One campaign. I'll tell you, these men and women, they embody the idea like no one else. The idea that power brings responsibility. The idea that people, not their rulers, run the show. The idea that all men are created equal. That we are endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights. And that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. These are great lyrics from the American Songbook from me. Thank you for this award. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Good evening. Good evening. I'm glad I caught the end of that. What an incredible evening this is. I'm Anna Eliasson Shamis. I'm the Vice President for Development and External Relations at the Atlantic Council. I want to thank you all for being here with us tonight and for your support of our global mission. As part of this mission, at the Atlantic Council, we emphasize the value of the arts in the larger dialogue we promote. It's therefore my great honor to introduce Bono's good friend, fellow humanitarian, and longtime advocate for Africa, Baaba Maal. A superstar in his native Senegal and abroad, he's a world-renowned musician and Grammy-nominated artist who will perform in honor of all our extraordinary honorees. Please welcome me in a big warm welcome for Baaba Maal.